Hey, welcome to the Crush Method Show. My name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
Today we're going to talk about kind of a funny subject for business or for, performance. We've been talking a lot about, our mood and psychology and
we teased this one last week.
We did tease this one. It's the physicality of your performance.
Yeah, you're not just a separate mind body. I mean, it's all part of the same package here. And so what you do to your body does affect your mind and vice versa.
I believe it or not, I struggle with this. And honestly, it's the biggest reason why I even struggle with my weight and all of that. I'm pretty open about that. Is that for years, like my life up until, much more recently, I really prized my intellect and my mind, and it's what is inside that counts as being kind of paramount.
We kind of treated it like a brain in a box.
And a brain in a box, and dissociated the rest of it. And the truth is that they are super intertwined, just like he said. I know it sounds cliche, but it's so super true. So we wanted to talk about physicality today and how that affects your performance and some kind of surprising ways that it can show up, specifically if you happen to be an expert or a coach, because we tend to work with a lot of experts and coaches. So the first one, I got to give this one to Chris, because...
Okay, I'll take this one. So the first one, and when you're talking about physical, we thought a topic of interest might be exercise or the gym, for example, things like that. And it's a lot of different things for different people. So there's a lot of different ways to fulfill this. But at the end of the day, as I said earlier, it's not a separate brain and a separate body. It's all part of the same system. So what you do to that physical body, whether it's exercise or nutrition or whatever like that, affects how those systems interact with the brain housing your mind, where all your thoughts and emotions take place at. So if you really abuse the body, for example, and don't take care of it, well, that'll have an impact on cascading systems until it hits your brain and ultimately your thoughts and mood. And so when we talk about things like the gym, the reason we encourage exercise or the gym, things like that, is because that helps force the body to do the things that it's evolved to do, which is ultimately take care of that brain and encourage your body to live longer and continue to develop other little babies and things like that.
Exactly.
That's how evolutionary worked.
That's exactly it. So, we're saying gym. So Chris has got a bit of a gym habit.
A little bit.
That he's had for a long time.
Going on almost the end of 4 decades now. It's nearing 40 years. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm not sure that's a congratulations, but thank you. I'll take that.
No, it is a congratulations. I mean, most people really don't have that as a big feature of their lifestyle. And, what I've noticed in, living with you for the last while.
Almost a decade, yeah.
Is the times when you don't prioritize that physical movement, whether it's going for a walk or, going to the gym and working out with some intensity, it really does show up in our relationship and how we're engaging with the kids.
Level?
Your energy level, like it's really quite profound, the difference that it makes when you have it or you don't have it. Now, I mean, you can totally take it to an nth degree, which is probably a little more your situation.
And I have done that at times. And, that's actually a really good point, because you don't find one exercise pattern and do it forever for the rest of your life.
Oh, say more about that.
It'll vary depending upon where you are health-wise at a given point in time. Maybe you have a cold. Maybe you're a little older than you were in the past, things like that, which that tends to happen to all of us. So your needs, exercise-wise, may change from time to time, just by circumstances you're in. Whether you slept well, whether you've eaten well, the stress you're under, things like that will vary both what you need and what you should honestly do at a given point in time. So definitely don't assume that this is, oh, well, I can't do it perfectly, I'm just not going to go. That's not the case we're talking about here. Any kind of physical exercise that causes your systems to operate in the way they were designed and evolved to operate, that's beneficial for the body. And that's ultimately going to help the brain that houses your mind.
Now I'm going to add another little pointer here, because we work a lot with people in personal development who are helping other people with their personal development. And so often I hear this issue with congruency, right? Like, I don't have six-pack abs, and so I can't coach anybody. And the thing is...
Actually, you all have six-pack abs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
All of you have them. So let me give you that freedom. Everybody's got the same abs, except for Batman. He's got 9. But everybody's got 6 abs, or 8 actually, technically. And so by all means, you all have them. Give yourself that break and recognize, though, that not everybody's going to look the same. And that's okay. I don't have a visible 8-pack. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You did when we met. Just saying. But I think what I'm saying here too is that it can be a point of congruency for a coach or for an expert, that when you're talking about life and performance and all this kind of thing, and then at the same time you've got a Doritos habit, or you're not making the effort to go to the gym, I think I want to really tread carefully here, because obviously that's something that I have been vocal about, you know, in my journey. But I think the main thing is to recommit to it, and whether that's going to a class or, you know, doing yoga or going for a walk, whatever it happens to be for you, is just making it a priority.
Well, absolutely. And nobody has to take it to extremes necessarily. In fact, you can be perfectly healthy, and to someone else, you may appear overweight. But as long as your biometrics are healthy and the long-term prognosis for how you're treating your body is good, well, then I think you're probably going in a better direction than if you weren't doing those things. Exactly. And that's something to consider. What is perfect for someone else may be very different for another. And there's a whole host of factors that influences that. Far too many, honestly, for the average person to even take into consideration. So instead, what I would encourage you to do with things like exercise is do what helps you feel better.
Yeah.
If it's not helping you feel better in your body and helping your body obviously operate better, well, then maybe you should consider, is that the right thing to do? Am I going too far or not far enough?
It's like Nike, right? Just do it.
Just do it. Get into some kind of action and be open to exploring and changing it depending upon your needs.
Yeah, that's a great point. Now, there's another physical element that I was like, oh my gosh,
love this topic.
We have to talk about this. And that's your voice. Like, poor Chris, he's trying to keep up with...
Trying to hydrate here and drink a lot of water.
Yeah, it's tis the season for dealing with these kinds of things. Yeah. But I did not fully appreciate, when I was starting this business, how important it was going to be to master regulating my voice.
Absolutely. When you're doing a lot of talking like this and you're speaking a lot on microphones, you've got to be able to manage and modulate your voice, both not only for effect, but longevity as well.
Longevity. Like, that was the thing that really blew my mind. I knew that there was definitely something to the quality of voice as being a really important instrument for being effective in communication. I knew that. What I didn't understand or fully appreciate was, oh my gosh, this is my moneymaker. My voice is literally a critical element of my business. If this puppy goes, if I run out, then we've got problems. So I have to be very, very mindful about the voice. I've actually received coaching from one of the world's best vocal coach, apparently.
From Roger.
And Roger Love.
Roger. Special place in her life.
I am not paid to say this. The dude is fabulous. You should definitely take one of his programs. No questions asked. But I did do a little bit of work with Roger, and he helped me learn to pull my voice box down, because I'm a bit of a nerd, so I kind of took on a lot of
It had a lot more nasal.
Yeah, kind of qualities. But what was happening was my voice box was pushing up too high, and then my vocal cords were getting not pinched, but overinflamed. Because they were getting strained. And so I would really encourage you to go much deeper on learning about how the vocal cords work and how your voice works. And just a couple of things to help you with that. One is vocal warm-up exercises. Seriously, look up Roger Love. Thank me later.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. That's huge. You have to hydrate. And a lot of people hydrate as they're speaking. That's too late. Yeah. You need to be hydrating. Let's say you've got a big event or something that's coming up. You need to be hydrating well the day before, because it's having the water already in the cells in your body that's going to make a big difference. It's kind of too late after your vocal cords have already been pulled down. The third piece, so the voice is really important. The third piece that we wanted to make sure we talked about today
and I'm an example of this.
Your immunity.
Yeah. Now, having said that, I'm in pretty decent shape for a guy my age, but I'm still subject to the viruses and bacteria around us just as everybody else is. Yeah. And even though I do a lot physically to try and optimize myself, you're still going to get sick. But there are still things that you can do to try and optimize your immunity. And those are things like sleep well. Eat nutritiously. Hydrate well, as Amanda mentioned just a moment ago. Those are absolutely things you can do to help boost your body's natural immunity and give it a chance to do what it's designed to do as a body, which is keep everything working and functioning optimally.
I felt like it was really important to talk about this immunity thing, because when I was in corporate, I was sick, several weeks a year.
And it didn't help that you were on a plane 46 weeks out of the year.
Airplanes are gross. Airports are gross. I totally get that. But I think the bigger factor was hydration, lack of movement, poor nutrition, excessive sugar. There were all kinds of things going on that led to challenges with being able to fight off common viruses and all that kind of thing. So
then you get exposed to all of it too in an enclosed space. Wow, just all kinds of stuff wrong with that.
Exactly. So I bring it up also as kind of a consequence of not managing your performance and not focusing on physicality, because it can show up as, oh my gosh, I'm too sick to write. I'm too sick to show up for my videos. I'm too sick to show up for my business. And it can really
for my family
affect the results that you're getting. So physical, so underappreciated, so much cast aside. Let's put it in the center for this week. And I hope that it really, really motivates you. And if this helped, make sure you share this episode with a friend.
Absolutely. Guys, let's just go ahead and make it real clear. Start with the physical. That houses your brain, that causes the thinking and moods to happen. If you get the physical right, you've got a lot better chance of the rest of it working right.
Exactly.
So start physical.
Exactly. And we're not professionals, right? You got to check with your doctor.
Go check with your ISTs.
Any kind of new regimen or new system, you definitely want to go and chat about that with your general practitioner. So with that, we'll see you again next time.
Bye-bye, guys. Mwah.
Hey there. Thanks for tuning into this week's The Crush Method video blog. I'm Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle. We loved having you here.
Be sure to subscribe to receive more goodies in your inbox every week, and share with others you know who are eager to learn more about building their coaching and expert business.
And don't forget to leave a comment below to share your own experiences to inspire and lift others on this journey.
And check out our podcast on iTunes called The Crush Method Show so we can join you on your commutes and workouts.